Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, Nigeria. Thank you once again. So you tanda gidigam with us on top of the station where your matter now we own to take carry you for another wonderful edition of our Ogbonge program Inside Naija. My name na Princess Anyana, and as we always do for Inside the weekday mornings, we'll first of all tell you what they happen for inside the front pages of newspapers, and then we'll come give you some of the big gist inside the news. Like for example, Ali Ndume, we don't come out now, they talk say to see Oga Presido, Roger must drop. That now one of the gist them, and chinkom signet don't they bust out now, say the United States don't actually they bring out different option of a plan where they won't put to their Presido on top how to come, help us fight and pursue terrorist people them from inside the country, Nigeria. All of this and more, now you go see Inside Naija this morning. But for now, sharp, make we take a short break. When we come back, now jump straight into the papers. Welcome back. And like I did normally do, the Punch newspaper, now it starts the bunch of papers this morning. And the tori for DSA on top, they threaten, where Donald Trump, they threaten Nigeria. Ogbonge government don't begin to talk with some peace people them, and also don't gather military commanders them, made themselves for see how they go take run 1 or 2. People where they refine oil say this 15% import tariff on top petrol will make Nigeria to become a powerhouse on top to the produce petrol. Marwa don't they fight for second term as 5 people where they follow and drag that position don't they close in. Oga Wole Soyinka don't come out again, they talk on top the collect of visa. Say I've been talking more. Say hey, then go collect back a plenty US visa and green card them. And the biggest gist from top the Punch for power showdown. Weakest side of the PDP stand Jim say nothing they happen as the PDP BOT they insist say the convention will go on as planned. PDP faction don't lock secretariat as the BOT Wike camp they also do different meetings of their own. Still inside the Punch, more than 85 people now they don't kill away as plenty water palava don't scatter things for inside Philippines. Food imports don't jack up 45% as local production they fall. Truck don't crush Lagos keke rider to death and wunjure 2 people. And finally, for front of the Punch newspaper, Tinubu go open editors conference on November 12. All of this and more now you go see for inside that Ogbonge paper. Sharply, the Vanguard follow, and the Vanguard now don't come out to Ogbonge government shouting, say now people for inside that side country where they lobby, now bad belle people for outside, now in they cause all of this talk of say that they kiki Christian inside Nigeria. That tori still carries some small yarnings that take follow body there, but you go need to enter the paper with your eye, make you for see and koro. Senate don't come out now. They talk say that they think may they arrange strong punishment for people them where they use dangerous chemical to take they make fruit, make it ripe. ASU, they accuse minister, say he just they deceive Nigerians them and say them go resume strike because what did they talk and what did they see in the march. Ogbonge government don't set up approval board for PPP projects them. And for the Igiaga inside PDP, BOT, their board of trustees, set up. We know they here, we they neutral. But I beg, make everybody try find a way. May therefore settle, make all of us become one again. The Mohammed-led National Working Committee, they talk, say the convention will not hold. That one today there. And for the accusation of terrorism, you have last chance to defend yourself. Now waiting court, they tell Nnamdi Kanu be that. Tinubu, Sultan, Uzodinma, others now go lead for front inside editors confirm. Nigeria telecom subscribers don't reach 173.5 million as broadband penetration don't increase 49.3%. If you look and say that English too big, you want to make the breakout that for you, enter inside the Vanguard newspaper of today. Everything go there clear for you to touch light. The Nation newspaper come out now say, hi, then deceive me now to go they talk say I am guilty to all the accusation wey dey my head. Now wetin Nnamdi Kanu dey yarn be that. Anyanwu camp for inside PDP now, they do appeal against the ex parte order where court give make PDP convention for go ahead. For the issue of say that they exploit us, that they charge us as they not supposed to charge us, FCCPC don't close down some textile warehouse inside Kano. Man will be joined body of manufacturers them support the 15% tariff on top imported petrol and diesel them. FIRS go begin to explain Tax Reform Act starting from on Monday. NNPCL, they plan 2% shares. They plan to get 20% shares inside Dangote refinery. Ministers, different ministers like Oga Tuga, Oga Alake, Keyamo, Idris, all of them don't come out now. They yarn their own to defend Nigeria against the talk by Donald Trump of say that they target key people inside this country. They say national security is still the top priority for this Tinubu government. Still for Inside the Nation newspaper this morning, Senate don't discover $300 billion crude loss as government go invest 12 billion naira inside digital economy research. The Nation go give you all of that and many more. The Daily Sun can come out now to tell us say PDP Board of Trustees don't set up a panel to do reconciliation and then stand Jim to support the convention for Ibadan to go on as planned. But Mohammed, they insist say the convention is suspended. Anyanwu, they say the BOT meeting without him, no stand. Showore, they accuse federal government, say they want to plan death sentence or life in prison for Nnamdi Kanu. As courts don't tell the IPOB leader, say he gets 7 days to defend himself or else they move. Tinubu get the political will to fight terrorism. A federal government today and that one, and say Nigeria is facing some confusing and serious security challenges. Not be religious issue, be our problem. Again, they say they no agree for that tag, where they tag our country as a country of particular concern based on church of religious killings them. Tinubu, Sultan, Uzodinma, governors and top media people don't set for editors conference. Oborewori, Wike, Irabo, they go show for the first Anioma Cultural Festival inside Abuja. And Senate don't they do moves now to take a commot all these petrol cars as Kalu electric vehicle bill don't pass second reading. Now, the kidnapped seminarian for inside Edo State don't die for the hand of in kidnappers. All of that, therefore, inside the Daily Sun newspaper of today. The Daily Trust come follow closely by to tell you, say, National Assembly don't say yes for 14 years in prison as punishment for sexual harassment inside schools. Before NSA, Abdullahi Mohammed don't die for the age of 86 years old. Cholera don't kill 10 people for Adamawa local government. Contractors, where they do we no go agree for National Assembly, don't enter the second day of this protest. Nigeria rejects that name, country of particular concern, where they put on us. 2 children don't die after them fall, enter inside well. Ndume don't come out now, the para say, na kakistocrats, chai, na in they run Nigeria. Oh, when the government don't they choke, they check. What should they do? Say, be like say they get plan to sell our refineries. The Daily Trust go give you all of that and more. Nigerian Tribune can say, come and see why House of Reps threaten to do showdown on top Tinubu request for 1.150 trillion naira fresh loan and say they want a full doing of the 2024 capital project, 30% of 2025 projects. Senate, they shocked over $300 billion crude sales losses. And the big story for the Nigerian Tribune, Bonga government come out say, Nigeria, they win the war against terrorism and then they're very ready to work with US. Plenty tori follow that one, but you go see where Femi Falana the para said Donald Trump lied to the world and Ogbonge government must do something, no be to the lobby Washington. Man will be joint body of manufacturers support 15% petrol diesel import tariff. Tinubu, Sultan, Uzodinma, others with top people now go show for editors conference. For the Igiaga inside PDP, Board of Trustees don't choose a 6-member panel to try go settle all of the groups where they fight themselves. Anyanwu camp say waiting BOT they do. It not make sense. And they don't appeal the Oyo High Court ruling. But the judge, they say that when they invade PDP office, now direct assault on democratic values. All of this and more inside the Nigerian Tribune. Before we go wrap up on top the front pages of newspapers, make we take you to the world of sports. As Punch Sports Extra show, Chelle say, I consider myself Nigerian. And Uganda coach say no shaking. Enough here by the fact say Eagle Stars go face them Uganda ahead of AFCON. Iwobi don't they downplay in emotion as they ready for the Everton reunion. Sunny, now so in mom mouth, talk on this comparison between Osimhen and Kane. Onwuachu don't win Super League, October MVP. Gyökeres injury, they cause serious worry. Flick don't ready to come out from Barcelona. Slots they aim dig at Rudney. And the big G's there, fresh blood. Onwuachu, Okoye, Akin Shemiro. Now then top the list of the 7 players which Chelle fit to consider for the World Cup playoff test. I am not romantic. Now waiting Ronaldo, the Yan Bidat. Bash Ali don't confirm saying they return back to the boxing ring on November 22. As I now don't they share positive update on top in injury situation. Check out the Punch Sports Extra to see this and plenty others. And that's now where we go draw the curtain on top the front pages of newspaper for today. But don't forget, same time, same station, tomorrow we'll go there here with other fresh papers them. But right now, no go anywhere because the big gist them inside the papers and inside the news. Now they come up next on top Inside Naija.
Hello, my country people of Naija. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say K-Bobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news. Because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears small and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial you. Now you go to watch me live on top CHRICED radio and television. Where we go to break down news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big tori where they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Naija. You go enjoy our well because we go break down for you, you go reason with us and you go understand the grammar well. What you need to do now to follow us on top www.cricedradiotv.com or you can follow us on top all our social media platforms. My name is Kolawole Omaneye. On top CHRICED radio and television, your matter now we own.
Welcome back to Inside Naija with Princess, and thank you, Seiti Tanda Gidigam with us. Remember, on top all of our social media handles, we there at CHRICED Radio TV, and you can catch us live every day on top Facebook and on top our YouTube channel at CHRICED Radio TV. We also do TikTok, we also do X, and we also do Instagram. Follow us, subscribe to us, enjoy all of our programs and your own logo laws. And do us one more favor by to make sure you also spread the message to other wonderful people to enjoy what you they enjoy. Now, coming back inside the studio, the big tourist them 9 don't show. And yesterday, it just full everywhere for the news when one of our senators, Senator Ali Ndume, the senator where we say they represent Borno South Senatorial District, being come out now, they throw very huge accusations out there. And that's not only cause some debate inside some cycles. Another big thing we'll go talk about, the Senate don't talk, say, for lecturers or teachers, where we say that they they do all this sex for mark, or they try torchlight the person website, especially the ladies, say from now on, they report you or they judge you guilty. Now the 14 years, now you go collect, but at least not less than 5 years inside prison. And we'll also bring you a little update on top of the Igiaga between Nigeria and US. But before all of this, make I welcome our Ogbonge Oga inside the studio. Kolawole, good morning. Yeah, so that na Kolawole Omoniyi, my normal guest on top of the show. Okay, so starting with the Ali Ndume situation. Senator Ali Ndume don't come out now, come talk, say, na kakistocrats. In short, say, na people, lazy people, corrupt people. Say, na them actually, they run this country. Say, the only way if you see Presido for, like, easy, now for events. Say, if you try to go and see him, not just him, even other officials, then go say anything for the boys, anything for the girls. What thing you get to talk about these very huge allegations?
They huge, but they new. They new because now waiting with they see almost every time. Not only because saying a number one citizen for country, now they won't see. Now they make and they raise this kind of a point. But if you want to spread it, if you want to widen the scope beyond waiting Ali Ndume in the talk right now, you go no say, check every single ministry of government, all the MDs, ministry, agencies, parastatals, anywhere where you want go, where this kind of things no they happen, it go hard. And it's just a way of saying again, now how the corruption they hit deep our fabrics for the country with this. Because go and find out for many Nigerians, they have this kind of experience. So let alone Oga Presido. So this is not something that's supposed to happen. If you genuinely want to see Oga Presido and you get right to see him and you don't do the normal due process, you're supposed to push your file. But some of them will tell you jokingly, say, okay, let's wait and see how you want to see him. Because you might not be able to reach him on phone, say, Oga Presido, I want to see. Even if you reach and go, still need to follow due process. You need to write a memo, somebody need to sign, somebody need to push it, somebody need to even present it to somebody who wants sign.
Okay, so even seeing the Presido on a normal is not even so easy. Even in own people where we say that they work together, is it not supposed to be easy to get access to Presido, especially those ones where they work?
They easy like that, and we all understand the reason for it. It gets so many engagements. Everybody want to see in. So you have to now follow due process to achieve it. And when you see politicians, all of them, my doors are always open.
Yes.
So they always talk. But to get access to that door, you know what it means. So it's now even worrisome when the likes of Ndume now say, okay, they had to see him and stuff. And some of this money where they talk about, nobody go engage you officially, say, Oga, this is the amount you need to pay.
He said they go ask you, say, how much are you willing to pay? That's what you talk about. So now they go ask you.
The asking sometimes is not something formal, right?
No.
Sometimes it's formal, is a sign language. You understand? Sometimes abnormal greeting. Hey, Ogasa. You understand? Where past normal greeting, Rankadede, Oga, from where now, what do you bring now, stuff like that. So it now depends on how you frown your face, or how you follow them smile, or waiting you drop before you go move from one place to another. And say, if you want to see Oga Presido, it's not just only one person that we attend to that your memo before you can be able to get access to him. So this is how the situation is. At our airports, offices, everywhere you go, we witness this kind of situation. From gate to anywhere. If you want somebody to quickly work on your file or to put it at the top, at the detriment of other files, you have to drop some certain things. So when they now, for instance, from this revelation now, if this agency that used to appraise corruption index, Amnesty International, if they now come up with their results now, we now say, no, it's a lie. Where did they get their data? It's improving. It's not like that. Just because everywhere you go, you can easily have your way. And many foreigners even understand this. So whatever they need,
They just know how to bend, shift ground, and they have their way.
But if these things now they happen and it's even don't reach this side, what does this now say for our fight against corruption? Because the government keeps saying we are winning the war against corruption and all of that. Waiting this thing now they talk for this fight against corruption, meaning we can never fight corruption.
I no say you can never fight corruption. We can fight corruption. In fact, with the presence of anti-corruption agencies, we have EFCC, we have ICPC. At the federal level, some states like Kano State don't start to get their own. Yes. You can't say you are not fighting. They will tell you they are fighting. But whether we win or not, I don't know. I don't know, because it's spreading faster than the approach we even say one take fight them. And in a situation whereby it's more of selective move, you get as it be. And mind you, so many things in Nigeria, we don't change the outlook to make it sound, no, this one no be corruption, no, na connection. Hey, you will even hear the terminology, so if you don't know somebody for this country, you are on your own. So with that mentality, before you know it, even people where they sound like corruption before, we don't they sound like normal day-to-day activities. Say, you have to know somebody for things to work for you well in Nigeria. So now knowing somebody to bend rule or to shift ground or to change how things supposed to be done properly, now corruption. But Nigerians don't they see them like that again, including the people who won't even fight them. Because why? System is not in place to really make things work normal as expected. For instance, I get a colleague now will be saying now since last week, he lost his phone, they stole his phone. They try to get his SIM welcome back. They say system of NIMSI collapsed. They cannot link his phone with NIN, and because of that, he cannot get his welcome back. Because of this, now he has suffered from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, today is Thursday, 6th day. He has not been able to get his line back. So if he has maybe 50 million naira contract, and they have been trying to reach him, they can't reach him, he has lost it. Not that if him been they gist me how he met somebody where they say they try to reach him before he could be able to call the person, but they say, oh, we have been trying to reach you, but we gave the job to another person. Yesterday was telling me this. Now tell me, if the person now have opportunity to say, oh God, now just 500, you need to let me quickly work this thing out for you. We know the network no day, but I know how to quickly work things out. He will be forced to do the needful. It will be forced because what he has been missing. So when system no day in place to really work things out the way it's supposed to work without you stressing yourself, so whatever you have to get things done as soon as possible, you'll be forced to do that because you're also losing in the process. Now they start with that. And apart from that, you see many people that will say, okay, oh, this one, na unmerited favor. Many unmerited favor too, na still corruption. But they will link it, they will add to religion to them. Before you know it, you will go to your worship center to go and do the testimony. Oh, yes. You understand? How you know get, maybe, how you know pass jump and God just gave you admission. Unmerited favor. This thing, deserve more. They just package and they hand it over to you. You will link it to unmerited favor. But you get one uncle way facilitate that unmerited favor. Now it's not corruption, now unmerited favor.
God uses people for you.
So that is for you to know that we are now legalizing corruption in the country. I'm just telling you the cheapest aspect of it. So many factors like that are contributing to this. How they want to bid for contract. You say, oh, you must know somebody for you to get this contract. You must get this, you must do that. To get admission in this country, you have to bribe people, officials, to even secure an admission. That you wrote your JAMB, you passed it, you have all what it takes. But you still need to bribe somebody to get admission. Or maybe they want to even give you that admission. You need to bribe somebody to get the required course that you want to read. If not, they say, we have to give you another course. So it's spreading wider like with fire and we don't have that mechanism to control it.
Okay, like in this case now, in conclusion, now on top of this particular matter, with this talk now we don't expose come out. So what should the presidency or even the president himself do in response to this because now very serious talk now be this one?
Sincerely speaking, it will be the usual jump and pass anyway. Even if they are making that statement, say they will need to do something about it. When there's no consequence for whatever action you are taking, either positive or negative consequence, even when people do the right thing in the country, no reward. So when you do the wrong thing too, nobody asks you question. So you just do whatever you wish to make you enjoy yourself, to make you feel at home. For instance, this person where they say, oh, go far now, if you go check his salary, if you know to make sense, even if it makes sense because of that addiction, say, oh, from this question where they ask, so I they always make maybe 100,000 naira in a day or weekly. In a month, that is 400,000 naira. If I stop saying, oh, go for how much you get to see president, I will just maintain my salary. And my salary cannot take me up. These are the drivers of some of these things where we've been they talk about. So if presidency want act, get a scapegoat. We are so easy to manage in this country. The moment you see a repeated scapegoat being punished, maybe they are losing their job or they end up in jail, people will sit up. But we don't have that. We don't have. And many people too, because of the desperation, say, oh, I must see Oga Presido at all costs. They will not bother to expose them. They will just do the needful and move.
Nigeria, we hail thee. Nigeria, go better. And we will continue to this as we said, we'll take to do our own part. Like we always talk, change begins with me. If you work on yourself, Kola work on himself, Abdul works on himself, definitely we'll get the Nigeria we will define. Now, moving on, the Senate don't come out now, can't give carry go for a bill. They say already, House of Representatives don't give carry go for, they just send out to Senate for the they call concurrence. We don't do our own, no. I bet you self touchlight them and support our arrangements. Now they say for all these lecturers, educators, they carry and share to higher institutions, say educators, lecturers, where they touchlight the low waist of a girl, come and see me in my office or book a place to come and see me. You want to have see what you have to do. Say anybody now where they catch, you go collect 14 years in prison, or at least not less than 5 years. What do you think about that?
No be bad move, because if you check the number of cases of mark for sex in the university, people within they harass in higher institutions, many students they suffer some of these things. And we don't see a number of cases like that. Some are even still pending. Be like at a point, they even jail one lecturer like that.
Yes.
Because of this kind of move. Because, they fear, say, others they read, you too they read. Somebody come, they threaten you, say, if you no come sleep, you no go pass. And they sleep for house, Kuma, because you won't pass. You still need to make another sleep before you go pass. When others, they do the needful and then they pass. So if you check that arrangement, it don't make any sense. It dey worrisome and people be done they kick against and they be done the public outcry over it. So kudos to the National Assembly for making this move. On a lighter note, so many conditions with the inside the bill, you go need to explain tire for you to prove before the court of law. For instance, the one way go dey easy well to convince anybody, maybe when they catch the person in the act. Say you don't already agree, maybe the lady said video or whatever. But inside the bill, they talk, say whistling. Say just the whistle, you understand? Say if you try it, you understand? They say, or maybe winking, winking, just wink. Thank God, say no be institution within inside studio, so you no go hold me for 14 years, princess. Or maybe you just say, okay, they make some certain statement about the lady's body. Say, wow, your shoe sign or car.
So,
in part, and this your trouser, and princess, me, I like her more. Kai, you are good to go to take away. You understand? So if you are making some of these things, sign language there. A case study of Natasha and Akpabio. How you want to explain some of these evidence in the court of law? Because now still part of harassment. You understand? the content of that bill, I'll just imagine, say, how I wish, say, the claim when Natasha been they make that time. Now one university, now both of them they. And this law don't already they in place.
And then you come make her.
Maybe she go fit proof if she get enough evidence. You understand? But it get many of the provisions where we say you go really they highly determined for you to be able to prove it. But what are we saying? The bottom line is, okay, this thing has come to stay. We hope that in this next Senate too, we also support the move. And Oga Presido go.
Yes, they've sent it for third reading.
Oga Presido too go assent it into law. If this happen, then many of those guys will be they make this kind of move, at least it go reduce. And I still like a part of the bill where they talk, say, any institution where they report to where they no take action about them, say then too go chop fine, like maybe 5 million naira.
Okay.
Because they may want to at least cover up for their lecturers or their staff. So that one too, it makes sense. The one way me I don't like, because if you want to make a law, you have to be fair to all. Yes. Where I no see, because I have gone through at least the summary of the bill, where I no see.
Now, if not,
it gets some students too.
I
where be say, now them they even seduce the lecturers.
True.
Some of them, probably they feel like, oh, I didn't pass this exam. Because there should be a provision to also protect some innocent lecturers too. They may also not pass exam. Maybe they've written the paper. Hey, this thing, they should say, I go for this paper. They may find a way of blackmailing this lecturer because of this kind of bill to hide. To say, okay, maybe they seduce him, okay, they have their ulterior motive, they now have the camera or whatever. Now it's okay, if you don't pass me, I will expose you and you go to jail for 14 years. So there should be a provision that will also protect lecturers too, because we want to presume that a university student should be averagely 18 years old, not a minor, right? So if you are making that move, it should also be a jailable offense. So they should be fair to all. Because even before this bill, or before now, even when we like this day school, we know some students will be saying, nah, them like this, go carry their leg, carry their body, go meet the lecturer. Because they know say they don't write paper, they no pass. Or they even project is say, this oga, it costs 2 days hard. No matter how I read, it no go enter my head. So I just need to follow up with him so that I can pass this course. So what happens in that kind of situation? And when you already know what you want, you can do whatever to get it. We get some desperate students like that. So they should be fair to all. They should also be fair to the lecturers too.
Okay, now on a slightly different note before we move on. But even, let's come back to the Natasha and Akpabio matter. Something like this, how come till today nothing has been done about it? If they are making law or passing a bill now concerning harassment matter for inside schools, in short, Adams Oshomole was even mentioned, say, make they expand them, not just even in schools, make it also cover workplaces, make it cover other places them. And they said there's already a law on that one. So how come it seems, say, like the law no they work? Because if Natasha could throw all what she threw and till today nothing happened about that.
We can't say the law no they work. I don't tell you some of the challenges of proving beyond reasonable doubt in the court of law.
So the same thing
The
now with this one now.
harassment,
So it's not about having the law or
now.
the bill. It's
For
what
instance,
you can
now,
prove.
if you tell me, say, the bill talks say if you are whistling, you understand? And I'm whistling. You want to go and tell court that I'm whistling. Whistling to who?
You did not do me when I passed.
Can't I do that on my own?
But why is that? It was when I passed. You say, whoo.
You understand? If I'm doing that, do you know whether I'm singing to God? Whether I'm praising God?
At that particular time.
You will now need to prove it beyond reasonable doubt. That's why it's easier when it is direct sexual intercourse. Then catch the person in the act live like this. Maybe you already arrange. And that arrangement too, I talk and say, make they also protect some of these officials too. Because even students can set them up. So, but when it has to do with sign language, winking, and whistling, or maybe somebody is just making some kind of appraisal about you, that one, it go hard for you to prove in the court of law. It's just like the way they always have to prove negligence. If you never tell the court waiting you suffer for you to get justice, that one too go hard. But when you want to really when you want the person, you want to catch them red-handed like this, let it progress from whistling to winking to making some gesture,
To
then
actually
to do the real thing.
ah,
Not by doing the thing anyway, but in the process of doing the real thing,
They
that one
catch
is
you.
good enough. You understand? For instance, see the Baba Jesha and that of a girl. You understand? Some of those
Yes.
video evidences, he had them to really prove, say, nothing happened between him and that girl. But to say, okay, ordinary sign language, you won't enter court, you have to prepare well.
Bam. And we're still there on top Inside Naija with Princess and my guest Nakola Wole Omonye and a big tourist them now carry Richard Domot. Don't forget to stay with you on all social media platforms at CHRICED Radio TV. Yes, so at CHRICED Radio TV on Instagram, on TikTok, on X, on YouTube and even on Facebook. And you feel they catch us live Mondays to Fridays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. with even the option of to rewatch this same program within the day. Now, before we go begin to ready to pack our kaya come up from the show, make we just bring you a little update on top the Igiaga between the United States and also Nigeria. That's matter of, say, the Title Nigeria, Country of Particular Concern, CPC, don't continue to dey cause more wahala. First of all, caller, before we go talk exactly the angle we dey go today, the fact say the matter still dey cause so much talk, is it necessary?
It is. It is when a country like US speaks, you know, say, the reaction go follow worldwide. And they are not just talking, they are talking about invasion. You know what it means to invade. And apart from that, people are talking about, okay, the motive behind this. For instance, many of the aides of the President, Oga President, they talk saying are pure politics.
Yes.
You understand? And when you have that kind of impression, the likes of Jonathan too came out to say, okay, this was how Obama influenced my laws in 2015. So when you are seeing some of these reactions here and there, you don't expect it to just die down just like that. And with the level of insecurity still coming up, with the divided opinion, some Nigerians say, yes, Trump, calm down, come and rescue us. People will be saying the insecurity, they bite well. They have this impression, say, okay, if every single option we've been adopting here, no grey work, maybe that one go up. They don't even care about the implication or what it means diplomatically to the country. You understand? And if you now check again that reputational sake, what it means to the country, you go know say it's not a joking matter anyway, because in all this, in any move you are making, people get interest. Many people don't talk, say, okay, Trump no even get interest about
Nigeria,
not even Nigeria, Christians, you understand?
Yeah.
That is pushing his own personal interest and what have you. So when you see this kind of situation, you know, say, it's something that we should reckon with.
Okay, now everybody they talk. If you go to TV stations, you go to radio stations, even here now, you know, like almost every day we dey talk. But if like say we just dey talk, anybody don't actually bring a solution or a way to make sure say they no invade us. Because in the news today for Vanguard newspaper, they bring and come out say some chinkon talk don't they boss say they have actually brought out like 3 different options where they won't follow. They say low option, medium option, and high option. You get, so it's like they continue there, they do their planning. We they here, all the ministers, most of the ministers then sit down with the diplomatic corps. I think it's here on Tuesday or so, you know, Falana they talk, Keamo talk, Alake talk, Tuga talk, even information minister, all of them they talk. They talk, but nobody is actually doing anything. Or normally me they see them that way.
Yeah, it's good that they talk. The silence also means something. You understand? It's either acceptance, say you agree, you admit, say waiting and talk. Nah, true. So they also need to clarify. One thing that I will insist on is that regardless of whatever the situation where we find ourselves, we know, say we wait in Nigeria here. You can use sentiment to talk, say true, now Christian then they kill pass. But the people where they kill, we know, say they no care whom you be.
True.
They are killing for their own mission, and they have different missions. Some people, they even, some politicians, they even influence this killing, where they talk about or maybe fueling this insecurity we they talk about. So many factors are involved. But it is the responsibility of the government to protect their people, to protect their properties. The moment you cannot be able to achieve that, what we hear almost everywhere is go and protect yourself, go and protect yourself. There's another synonymous word to say, okay, I don't fall on a hand, I don't fail. You understand?
Yes.
So if you check some of this talk, you go know say true, then they kill people. Christian they die, Muslim they die. If you talk say na Muslim they kill Christian pass, that one they are not killing because of say their religion say make them go they kill people.
True.
They call it terrorism. We get terrorism act to be they discuss am here. We get law against these people. What have you been doing to people where would they catch? What have you been doing to catch more of them? What have you been doing to curtail it? Even Falana will kick against Trump's position.
Yes,
Instead, they insist, say, government must be able to fight this battle by itself. Before you go to say, you don't want anybody in your country. That is what I've been saying that, okay, can you get rid of the current insecurity where we find ourselves? You allow them, I talk and say, you allow them to have a reason to say, we want to invade your country. Because situation, they bad. It don't mean say all is well in every other countries. You understand? But the weakness from the part of government too contributed to this.
Okay.
How can we get out of this? Put your house in order. Get what they call it, ambassadors to some of these key countries that we don't have. They are now making move now to get. Let them explain, understand some of these things better. I will not agree that the record where we get right now, or where them be they talk right now, say now only Christian, 9 day disadvantage.
Yes,
everybody get issues, you understand? So if you check some of these things, you go know say, it better make we end the insecurity first. Let that support, let every Nigeria support you. Some people are saying they don't even care. Some people they talk say, okay, the China wait us say them go support Nigeria, make them forget about them. Say na business. Just like I've been they talk here yesterday. I heard one man been they talk this morning say, have you ever heard that with all the insecurity in Zamfara and many other locations where they mine gold in Nigeria, then they kidnap people almost every time. Then they kill people in some of those locations. Have they ever killed any Chinese guy where they do the mining in those locations? What do we get in return from them? Some, they are even accusing them of saying, okay, you bring weapons for us, we give you gold in return. They are doing swap with weapons. So if you check some of these things, these international guys, then get this foreigner, then get interest more in our resources. The reason why we now need to put our house in order. For instance, we don't talk it's all this way. If you cannot be able to manage some of these natural resources nationwide, that you only concentrate on oil, can you go and amend that condition inside our constitution? We talk say some of these things they under exclusive list.
For concurrence.
Make
the
states get access to do some of these things by themselves. They are fuel illegal mining. Because of it, you see all sorts of foreigners dropping helicopter to carry gold, to do all sorts of things, and insecurity keep fuel almost everywhere. The person where they do the talk this morning talk say, now before when the Niger Delta crisis starts, say that they kill each other, that they kidnap each other. Only when they start kidnapping foreigners, now federal government can intervene. Yeah, do a say, okay, we are granting amnesty and what have you. So if you check some of these things, interest they there. Whose interest is so clear, is so glaring. So it's better we put our house in order to make sure that things work for us, so that even the Nigerians that you feel like, oh, you are governing, will be able to say, no, let all of us unite against any invasion. But for you to say you want to unite any invasion, you'll be able to convince me, say, oh, that my uncle where they kidnap so time before we pay ransom, they can't release them. It no go happen again. So that those people will not be like, okay, if you have tried all what we know here and it's not working, maybe another option will work better for us. So those are the kind of things where they involve.
But as Oga Minister Idris, the Minister of Information, he began to reel out some statistics. You get, he say under this Tinubu government, say so far security joint bodies don't kill 13,500 terrorists, arrested about 17,000 suspected terrorists, and released 9,800 victims since when they enter power in 2023. He say in the last 8 months, the Nigerian military don't kill more than 592 terrorists in Borno State alone. More than 13,500 terrorists and armed criminals now they don't kill. You get over 11,200 hostages that they don't release. Like 124,000 of these bad guys with their families don't surrender, handing over more than 11,000 weapons. They say especially Zamfara and Kaduna, 11,250 hostages have been freed. And they can, bring up many more informate. Say waiting the US or, what they rely on is misguided, is deceiving, is misleading. They also mention, say, now foreign lobbies, people for outside country, but belle people, then they push. What do you get to talk about all of this?
Yeah, interest go there, we understand. But the problem I have with some of this move where government they always make is always reactionary. Say it don't happen. We need to come and convince people. You understand?
Yes.
We understand the fact that our soldiers, policemen, they always rely on some of these figures occasionally. The one they are not doing mostly is to tell us how many people they don't prosecute and how many people they don't put to jail.
Yeah, he mentioned some big guys from Ansaru. Those, remember we talked about one where they catch that time?
Yes.
On top of the show.
I'm not totally condemning it.
Okay.
They are trying their efforts. We want them to do more. Doing more means say, if they catch you, prosecution should follow immediately. Falana been the talk yesterday about a number of cases, thousands of people, where then go to say they arrest them, parade. You won't hear anything about it again.
True.
Eventually, then go release them. So, if we are not doing more of prosecution, killing, Nigeria know say it don't already end. So people they even suggest say, may you know they talk say now 1 year further information from these people. Just when you cite them you kill them. But here is the point. Sometimes innocent can also pay that kind of price. Because what is the essence of information where you they get from these people? Eventually they will still be released. Some they will say they grant them amnesty. Some prison break. They will still release them. So if you check some of those things, we know say government will always tell you about the figures of waiting they happen. For instance, now who won't counter this figure?
True.
I can wake up now to say I don't kill 10,000 yesterday. The only thing you can say I should do is to provide the dead body for you to be able to be convinced, say true, I kill 10,000 people. The next thing I will tell you is a national security. I can't provide 10,000 bodies for you. So how do I believe? So beyond the figure that they are reading out, where is the empirical evidence to truly know, say, these figures, it is genuine? We don't have it. So if you don't have it, the next option you can now have is that, do your people even trust any statement that comes out of your mouth? Trust deficit is there. So you're almost losing it everywhere. It doesn't make even people appreciate whatever message you are passing across. When US talk about us, we believe them better than what we are hearing here. These are the challenges. But when they are doing this lie, they don't know the implication. These are the kind of implication. So I hope they will be able to at least make things work in this country. And making it work, it doesn't mean that in the next 10 years they are making it work. People will still not even believe in it. Until when that situation is now addressed completely or to barest minimum.
In conclusion, on top of this particular matter now, what should we do? Instead of all this talking, all this denying, like I tell you now, talk don't come out now, say they don't bring out option, the light option, the medium option, and the heavy option, where they won't take use, go submit to Donald Trump to see which one they won't call use on us. They shall explain all of the options then. But going forward, what should we really do? Falana say make we ignore them, but make we work on our own thing. Falana they talk say actually the Donald Trump kuku no even like Africa. Then the Ted Cruz come out say very soon he go release the name of those political people when he say they actually do this religious persecution. What should we do going forward? In just 2 minutes, conclude.
Yeah, I will also align with Falana's this thing. Put your house in order. Yes. Put your house in order, make things work, convince your people that you are in charge. If you can be able to convince your people, it will hard them to see them listening to others or maybe thinking of how they want to rescue them and what have you, because it get plenty implications. If you can be able to put your house in order, ignoring may not be the case. You also need to make some certain move of, okay, waiting be the diplomatic role where you need to play. Having ambassador there is we if we don't have in any other country, we know we should have in the US, you understand? Because now, for instance, if US they do election now, it be like saying a world election, and then they conduct, the noise will be everywhere here and there. So we need that kind of, and it's because they've paid the due, they are in charge for now. Future, I don't know. But the bottom line is that all these guys then get their own personal interest. When you put your house in order, their interest will not override yours in your own territory. Because some of these things is something we can't even say we want to try to them. It's just because I've been talking the other time saying a see finish factor.
See finish factor. Thank you so much, Kolawole Omoni, for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much, Abuja. Thank you so much, Nigeria. Thank you so much, the rest of the world. See it and Gidigba with us to enjoy Inside Naija this morning. Like you don't hear within my guest talk. Now, for we in Nigeria to put our home in order, do ambassadors, try to make sure, say, we convince, our country government, do all it can to convince Nigerians, them say, truly, no be so it be. Because as much as many people they talk, say, yes, this thing, they touch everybody, it still gets some people will say, truly, say that report from US, no be lie. Make we try to continue to show love to each other. Make we try to continue to change each and every one of us. Change begins with you. It begins with me. Make we make our way pure with each other and we'll get the country where we truly want. Don't forget to join us again tomorrow morning, same time, same station for another interesting